Chapter 7, Calamity Foretold. Elven Forest Sisters. So this is episode 1. This way, Legion. And, Kokoro. The ground isn't that stable around here, so try to watch your step. It's easy to trip and fall. Thank you for the warning. Personally, I am accustomed to traversing forest land, so I think I should be alright. But my lord, you should certainly take care. Perhaps it would be best if I were to hold your hand. No, I'll say thank you. Please, no need to thank me. Protecting you at all times, from morning until night, is my duty and honor as your loyal attendant, my lord. Okay. I mean, I'm not gonna stop you. If you like it, then sure. Here, grip my hand. Nice and tightly. You two seem like such close companions. It makes me a little jealous. You're like family. So we are frequently told. I am but a humble attendant, yet my lord is often asked, is this your sister, or even, is she your daughter? It has reached the point where I even find myself almost calling my lord big brother or papa from time to time. If I did not catch myself, I fear I would die of embarrassment. I don't think that's anything to be ashamed of. You're still so little after all. Oh, but look. The elf village is just up ahead. As expected, this looks quite different from my home village. So it is true that each elven tribe has its own distinct culture. Oh, is that right? What's it like then? The village you grew up in. It is difficult to explain, but it has more of an air of straightforward practicality. Though it is well maintained, it is lacking in personality. Overall, I would say it gives a much colder impression. Perhaps that is only natural, given its northern location. It is literally quite frigid. Whereas in this elven forest, I can feel the warmth of nature all around. It is most pleasant. The whole forest is full of life. What is more, as far as I can see, there are no signs of damage from that magical attack. I believe the center of the blast was nearby, so I expected worse. You're right. Perhaps there was no need for us to come all this way after all. The plan was to send support if necessary, but let's investigate first. Indeed. Thank you for agreeing to be our guide, Miss Shiori. I actually have a sister who lives here in this village. Since it's not too far, I came here quite often. I'm used to this route. I also got into the forest a lot, to guard Elizabeth Park or to hunt for food. So I know this place better than the back of my hand. Guiding you through the forest is the least I can do. So thank you for all your help back at the farm. Besides, I was worried too, about my sister, you know. And with the current still disturbed from the effects of the attack, I couldn't reach her with communication magic, so I had to come out here myself either way. Hold on a moment, I think I see something quite unusual. Please stand back, both of you. I don't know if it's due to the disturbed currents, but there have been sightings of strange monsters around here recently. I heard they have a very unusual appearance, a natural appearance, as if multiple monsters have been fusing together. I can't let either of you get hurt, so I'll handle them with my bow. No, I don't think this is actually a monster. How do I describe it? It looks almost as someone is floating through the air. Animation? Yeah, it is. No wonder the download file was so big. Gotta stay hydrated, folks. Best girl Hatsune. Actually, both sisters are and both sisters are best girls. The Kashiwazaki family are best girls. Then we have a lot of other people that are best girls. So yeah. Hatsune, I would describe as the popular girl in the school that you can't really talk to. Actually, no, not. Maybe the cheerleader in high school. Yeah, that's what Hatsune would be. Oh. My god, Yuki, you Chad! Wow, that was a shock. I thought I was a goner. Wait, huh? Regent, it's you. I guess you caught me mid-fall, huh? Thank you. Thanks so much. So this young lady is Miss Shiori's sister. And as expected, you are acquainted with her too, my lord? No matter where we travel, somehow you always manage to run into a lady friend. Hey, what can I say? It's the charm of the parent protagonist. So we got Regent and Shiori, and a girl I don't know? What kind of gathering is this? Do you all have some kind of business at our village? I'm not really sure I get it, but you're more than welcome. Though I'm afraid most of the villagers are out investigating that big explosion thingy at the moment. We couldn't just leave the whole village empty, so I stayed behind to keep watch. You were sleeping. Actually, that's right. Shiori, are you okay? That explosion was right nearby, and the monsters were going crazy. We even saw smoke coming from this farm. It looked really bad. In fact, I was so worried about you. I convinced the rest of my guild to join me and went charging through the monsters to the farm myself. But when we got there, it was empty. I really thought I might have lost you. I'm sorry, Hatsune. I'm okay though. You must have just missed us. We evacuated for a bit and camped near Landless. We're all back at the farm now. I'm working hard to get it back in shape. So don't worry, nobody was hurt too badly. Too badly. Right. Yeah. I did hear afterward that you evacuated somewhere, but I couldn't get in contact, so I didn't know what to think. I'm so glad you're okay. I'm sorry I made you worry, Hatsune. I really am alright, and I'm relieved too, to see you're not hurt either. Is this where it ends? Episode 2, A Mystery Fortune Teller. Finally, we get to catch our breath. Looks like all the monsters around the farm are gone too, for now. Honestly though, that airship was a lifesaver. It was almost scary how powerful it was. How crazy is that? That's what I like to hear. By all means, keep the compliments coming. Let's not get carried away, shall we, Akina? Things may have turned out alright this time, but that airship is still only an experimental prototype. I dread to think what might have happened if we lost control of it. And in the end, we did wind up making a crash landing. My life flashed before my eyes. It's always like this lately. Do you think our insurance covers this sort of accident? This crazy guild will be the death of me someday. No time for grumbling. We need your help healing the injured. Okay, Yukari? Most of the injuries aren't even from the monsters. They're from the airship's great big crashdown. One step forward, two steps back. What a catastrophe. But hey, let's look on the bright side. At this rate, the farm should be back to normal within a few... Oh my god. It could have been a seriously awful... But barely anyone was seriously hurt in the end. All's well that ends well, or so they say. Great work, folks. We couldn't have managed any of this without the help of the help of the Foundation and everyone else. We really can't thank y'all enough. You've been such a big help. Oh, no need for that. All that. Charity is a duty for those of us blessed with greatness. Isn't that right, Saren? Well, I suppose you're not wrong. It sure has been a long day. But well, I'm just glad everyone's still in one piece. Miss Peckering? When did Kokoro and Legion get back from the forest? We should probably return to our orphanage while it's still light. If we're gone too long, the kids will worry. That's not like the farm is properly fixed up yet, so we'd be in the way if we tried to spend the night. And I'd rather not navigate those mountain trails after dark. Yeah, makes sense to me. It's always a pleasure staying with you, Saren. As for Kokoro and Legion, let's see. They went into the forest to visit the elf village where Shiori's big sister lives, right? I would have loved to go with them, but I had those monsters to take care of, and it wasn't easy. I didn't expect them to put up that much of a fight. Actually, there's one thing bothering me. It's about the monsters we saw around the farm. Is it just me, or did their bodies look more than a little unusual? Oh? Really? I wasn't looking that closely, so I didn't notice. Yes, I wasn't asking you. But it looks like to me like they were made up of multiple monsters mixed up together. Could that spell of mass destruction have given rise to an whole new breed of monster? I've heard that magical disturbances, including powerful attack spells, have been known to affect the local ecosystem, causing mutations in the monster population. Nah, actually. This ain't the first time we've seen them weird monsters around. They've popped up occasionally since we way before the attack, though we're only talking a handful of times a year. I couldn't. What? Are they a unique breed of native to this area then? Rare beasts can fetch a pretty penny. I should try capturing one. Oh, stop that, you. Buying and selling living creatures doesn't really sit well with me. Besides, they'd be hard to take care of. I doubt you could earn a profit. You know, most mutations die out quickly because they can't adapt well to their environment. Perhaps conservation should be our angle here. They make useful subjects for research studies, so we might be able to turn a profit that way. In return for having their life protected, they'd be offering their unique assets to science. Makes a certain kind of sense, doesn't it? Yes, I can see the books balancing neatly. I think I might have to put together a proper proposal and put this plan into action. I don't know how you managed to turn every little thing into a business opportunity. Honestly, you're merchants through and through, you Mercury's Foundation folk. But hey, I suppose there's nothing wrong with that. It's none of our business at the Serendia Orphanage. So go ahead and make all the money you like. We may have been working together this time, but as a rule, we're completely separate guilds after all. Quite right. I hope we can maintain a passionate rivalry and keep each other on our toes going forward, my dear Saren. To be perfectly honest, I'd rather not deal with you much more than can be helped. My dear... We're back. I apologize for our late arrival. We have returned from our forest excursion. Oh, it looks like Legion and others are back. Hey, yes. Welcome back, Legion and friends. Thanks. You're welcome. You're such a good boy, you know that? Good boy. Is she patting my head? So how were things at the elf village? Was everyone there okay? Oh yes, Hatsune seemed to be in good spirits. I was relieved. Indeed. It seems the village actually suffered no damage from the attack whatsoever. That spell of mass destruction somehow has managed to seems to have been limited to an unnaturally specific area. Well, that's good news. Actually, I guess there was a barrier around the... I guess there was a barrier around the area around the same time the spell went off. It must have prevented the blast from reaching much further than necessary. So it would seem. More importantly, Miss Shiori's elder sister, Miss Hatsune, provided us with some surprising new information. It seems our trip to the elf village was not in vain. Surprising information? What's all this about? Smells like profit to me. I'm not sure if this information has financial value, but it seems that before the blast was unleashed, the village had been warned of its danger by a fortune teller. Well, that was interesting. Thanks to this fortune teller's insistence that danger was at hand, they were able to keep damages to an absolute minimum. Sorry about that, brother walked into the room. Both the blast itself and the monster rampage that preceded it failed to harm the elf village because they were forewarned. Though, of course, they were initially skeptical of the prediction. But once they saw the blast actually tear through the sky, Miss Hatsune was rather upset and angry with herself, wishing that she had thought to share the predictions with her neighbors at Elizabeth Park also. Fortune telling though, I can see why they wouldn't believe it if this person's really predicting. If this person really predicted the future, that's incredible. Predictions like that aren't supposed to be possible no matter what kind of magic you use. Nice water. This is quite intriguing. I'd like to hear more details. After all, that man who set off the spell of mass destruction, that Yustiana who stole everything from me. I noticed more than once that it seemed like they knew exactly what was about to happen. So if it's possible that this fortune teller has the same ability as him, there might be a connection there. It's worth investigating at any rate. If nothing else, a fortune teller who can really see the future might be able to warn us when that man will attack next. Even if he's in a weakened state right now, we can't let our guard down for a second. I want to make sure nobody gets hurt again. I don't want anyone to have to shed any more tears. So it's important that we're prepared. Let's find this fortune teller and see what they have to say. We can't let him stay one step ahead of us forever. It's time we went on the offensive. And the episode ends. Episode 3, For a Peaceful Future. Please try to hold still, my lord. What are you doing? There, all dressed up. Wait, what? Now we're ready. Did you dress me up? Oh. What happened there? Well, I suppose it's not a problem exactly, but if you don't let him do anything for himself, he might grow up into... I don't know what just happened. What just happened? I just skipped like 2 dialogues. You tend to treat him like a baby, or maybe like royalty even. Can't. Well, I want the log. I want the log. What? I'm all ready too, but hang on, Kokoro. Do you do this every morning, putting on his clothes for like that? Is there a problem with my doing so? As my lord's humble attendant, it is my pride to... I guess, but maybe that's like you know, a bit too far, don't you think? I agree with Peckering. I need to learn. Hey, what would you think if I called you your Highness? Yeah, sure. Sounds good. Huh? You really wouldn't mind? Yay. Thank you, your Highness. It actually feels pretty weird, so you rather I don't? Actually, Miss Peckering, are you not a real princess yourself? Did you not have servants of your own for this kind of thing? Oh, well, my family wasn't really into that kind of stuff. Sure, I was pampered like crazy when I was really little, but I quickly got sick of being waited on hand and foot. That man, though, that fake Eustace seems to be living it up, milking the role for all it's worth. It takes more than arrogance to be royalty, you know? Oh my, are you all heading out somewhere? Oh, yes. We're going to look for that mysterious fortune teller. Apparently our resident ladies' man already knows her, so it shouldn't be too hard to get in touch. Regent, how do you make all these acquaintances? Well, if you learn anything, do let me know. We're all sleeping under the same roof, so let's work together. But of course, by the by, Miss Saren, are you heading somewhere yourself? Sure am. I have yet another meeting to attend with Kaon and Nightmare. It's really starting to get tiring. I'm sure the kids won't be too happy that I'm coming home late again. But after that magical explosion in the farming building, there's still so much for us to discuss. Honestly, it's like a full-time job without the pay. That would suck. In the process of sorting out one issue, we always seem to run into 2 or 3 new ones. You'll never guess what happened this time. It looks like that Christina has broken out of prison. And that was the help with Mumi and Labyrinth. Oh god. The water into my throat. Oh god. Nightmare's in a real state right now, trying to deal with the mess that's caused. Apparently they've thrown her in an impenetrable dungeon, yet somehow she vanished without a trace. Christina's at large again? Is she? I was actually kind of relieved when I heard she was arrested. You're not the only one. Honestly though, it's just one thing after another lately. But oh well, we'll just have to sort them out one by one. If that's what it takes to give the children a peaceful future. That's worth a little discomfort, isn't it? If I learn anything new, I'll let you guys know as well. Well, that would be great. Hang on, though. I kind of ended up staying here at the orphanage by default, but... Are you sure that's okay? Though I know it's a little late to ask. Oh, I don't mind. We have plenty of rooms to spare, though ideally it would be nice if you could pay a little rent. But you and Regent and Kokoro all seem to be at the center of something pretty big, right? So there might be value in keeping you around. I'm not just doing this out of the goodness of my heart, so no need to feel like you owe me one. You don't mince words, do you? I like that. But I'm still a little worried that having me around might bring trouble to the orphanage. We've already been mixed up in plenty of trouble, but the guards my father sent are doing a good job, so I think we should be able to protect ourselves. And I figured we needed a way to evacuate the kids on short notice in case of an emergency. So even though it's not strictly allowed, I put a word in with my father and he managed to get us a warp gate set up. We're ready for just about anything, not that means we should get complacent, but I'm always doing my best to ensure the children's safety. That's what the Serendia Orphanage is all about. A warp gate? What exactly is that again? I feel like I've heard the phrase somewhere. It's form of magic that can join 2 distant locations, allowing instantaneous travel between them. The gate we set up here can only be used a few times, but it's enough to get all the children to safety. Right now, usage of warp gates is forbidden by the palace. If anyone found out we have one on our property, we'd be in a serious trouble. So I appreciate it if you could keep this between us. Gotcha. By the way, can you choose exactly where this warp gate connects to? If we make good use of it, we might be able to leap straight to the palace and take out Eustion in no time flat. I'm afraid that would be difficult. A given warp spell can only link two specific locations. The place is well protected against magical attacks, so I don't think anyone would be able to warp inside. It's an advanced form of magic anyway. You could probably count the people who can use it on the fingers of a single hand. Believe me, it wasn't easy to cast with someone up here. And my father always demands payment, even for family. He's kind enough to not to charge me any interest, but I've got a hefty little debt to pay off now. Honestly, we have enough money troubles as it is. When I reclaim my place on the throne, I'll see if I can get you some financial support. So I'd best hurry up and take out back what's mine sooner rather than later. Here's to our imminent victory. Hip hip hooray. Is this the end? Episode 4, I believe? An unlikely pair of twins. This plaza is full of life as ever. Bustling scenes like this get me all excited. And since it's almost lunchtime, there are tasty scents wafting from restaurants all around. Now I'm feeling hungry. Hey guys, why don't we go have a bite to eat? We didn't just have a meal at the orphanage, Miss Packard. I've been wondering for this for a while, but is there a sizable leak somewhere in your stomach? Oh well, you never know what might happen, so it's better to be nice and full, right? I think I mentioned this before, but the royal equipment I wear consumes a lot of calories when I use it. And if I take it off, I lose almost all of my strength. I suppose you were originally a princess. This royal equipment must be a reason why you were able to fight on the front lines regardless. I happen to be well trained in battle techniques myself, short of a truly dire crisis. You can count on me for protection. Thanks. Though I'd rather not rely on the little kid to protect me if I can help it. There are stalls selling food too. Do you think I could grab a few snacks? Do as you wish. Speaking of street food, Miss Carol was quite fond of it. As I recall, we have not heard from her in quite some time. I hope that she is doing well. From what you told us, my lord, it seems she has a close relationship with a woman known as Yustiana. I am concerned for her safety. I can only pray that she has not come to any serious harm. We don't have any way of getting in touch with her either. If only she hadn't been so stubborn about giving out contact details. Since she seems to work at the palace, I tried asking Sarah if she could track her down. But apparently she's listed as out on a mission right now. And who knows whether that's true or not. It worries me. It feels like Carol's caught up in something big just like us. I just hope someday we can all share a meal together again. What's this? Big fat dummies. Can you Did you get them? Are all the monsters gone? Yep. They were really weak little things. So weak, it's hard to imagine how they got into the city. I do hear that Nightmare hasn't been doing his job very well lately, so maybe the city's defenses aren't being properly maintained. We managed to take care of them this time, but what if really strong monsters had gotten inside? Sheesh. Everything seems so unstable lately. It's such a pain. You're right. And when attacks like this happen, it can hurt our reputation too, since some people consider demon folk a type of monster. I mean, those theories are all hat out nowadays, but still. Yeah, well, for now. Let's get this sticky mess off the street. I'll just get in touch with the cleaning guild there, and we can charge the bill to the local government, right? Look at all this lovely clothing melting slime. I think I'll bottle up some of it. Wait, what? Why? What are you planning to use that for? Just blast it all into oblivion already. What was all that commotion about? I see. It looks like some monsters managed to get inside the city. Thankfully, they were the only weak little things, so I guess those two girls took care of them. Wow, their faces look almost identical. Do you think they're twins or something? That's Dory and Akari. Because I know them. Oh, I suppose this can only mean you are already acquainted with these sisters, my lord. This is beginning to get ridiculous. Are there any ghosts in this world you have not befriended? I'd befriended people from another dimension, if that's what you're asking. Oh, Legion, it's you! Don't look this way. My poor sister's clothes were melted away in a terrible accident. I was technically already here. Huh, Legion? What? How do you always show up at the most ridiculous? I was already here! Can you have showed up a little sooner when I was actually being in trouble? Your bad timing really takes me off. Well, aren't you two a lively pair? Are you all worried? You're not hurt or anything, are you? Nope. The only casualty here was my dear sister's reputation after she bared herself for the world. What? My poor dear sister, how awful for you. Right. It was only a bit of my dress that got melted. Don't make it sound like I was parading around stark naked. Honestly, what a drag. Today is the worst. Personally, I count myself lucky. This kind of classic scenario is way too rare nowadays, even in the skeeviest of rom-coms. Anyway, we've been waiting for you, Legion. You want to see Shinobu, right? We'll take you right to her. We're in the same guild, you know. Oh, you actually came in to see us? I guess Legion did say something about meeting with some kind of guides in the plaza. Or plaza, whatever. So he was talking about the two of you, huh? And Shinobu, that must be the name of the fortune teller we're looking for, am I right? Yep. She's usually out wandering around in the back alleys and stuff. So it's not always easy to track her down. But if you come with us, we'll make sure you get to see her. She's a bit odd, and it's hard to tell what's going through her head, but she does seem to care about the rest of us in the guild at least. There's a bunch of things we owe you for, Legion, so we couldn't turn down a request like this. I hope you're grateful. Okay, follow me. We can save the instructions for when we find somewhere to sit down. Wait a minute. I still need to scoop all of this lovely slime so I can stir it away. What are you gonna use it for is my question. The only place you should be putting that stuff is at the bottom of a ditch. And that's the end of this episode. Episode 5. Castle of Outcasts. I'm so worn out. I'm going weak in the knees. How did you manage to make everything sound so dirty? Honestly, sis. If it sounds dirty to you, that's probably because you have a dirty mind. No matter how much of a dirty mind you have, you can never clean it. I'm not dirty like you. Legion, are you guys okay? Do you need to take a break? Oh, we're fine. But what are we doing in a dungeon looking place like this? Is this really where we're going to find the fortune teller? The truth is, due to some unique circumstances, our guild kind of made this castle its base of operations. I mean, most of the time we just do our stuff separately in town. We can only use this place when we need to get started and plan something. It's just that our guild, well, I guess you could call her our leader. Our most important member is living here right now. Originally, we were planning to meet Shinobu at a cafe or something back in the city center. But when we opened up a channel and got in touch with her, she was all like, meet me at the castle. Apparently she thought it would make things quicker, though I'm not sure what she meant by that. What's wrong, Akari? Are you okay? Yeah. I think some sort of little scrap went floating down from the ceiling. It must have touched me in a sensitive spot, so I let out a little squeal. You guys should be careful too. This castle's pretty old, so it's falling apart in places. If the roof falls in above you, you could really be done for. Actually, I do seem to feel some kind of quaking sensation, and I hear distant voices raised in anger. What could it be? Are the spirits haunting these ancient walls, unhappy to see us? You can actually be right. Oh. Miyako, you silly girl, are you causing a poltergeist phenomenon again? Miyako is one of our other guild members. She's a bit, very out of the ordinary, so try not to be too surprised if you see her. Our guild members are all like that, aren't they? There's Shinobu, who's got that creepy talking skull, and Ilya is big, sometimes a little other times, so she's definitely not normal. Personally, I think it makes things fun, having so many weird people around. Yeah, a lot of them have had pretty difficult lives, or have been misunderstood because of their oddities. So it would be great if you could be nice to them, no matter how offbeat they seem. Even the two of us have been side-eyed before for being twins. These experiences are kind of what brought us all together, so try not to be mean to anyone. Honestly, that's why normally we try to avoid getting involved in other people's businesses. But we couldn't ignore a request from Legion. He's helped us a lot in the past. It feels like there's a nasty mood hanging around the city lately, too. If there's anything we can do to improve it, we'd be happy to help out. Well, thank you very much. You're totally right. It's better if everyone can live in peace. So let's strike down evil and protect everyone's happiness. Whatever is the matter, Miss Peppery? Please do not cling to me so tightly. It makes it difficult to breathe. Yeah, what happened? Oh, I'm sorry. I just got the sun chilled down my spine. Do you really think there might be ghosts around here? You okay? Oh, sure. Don't worry about me, but it's nice of you to ask. You're so kind. Actually, ghosts are a bit of a weakness of mine. I mean, you can't eat them. Really? No, this is not the work of ghosts. In the first place, spirits other than Miyako rarely enter this castle. It seems they are afraid to stray too close to Ilya. Shinobu, sheesh, could you not suddenly appear from the shadows like that? People will really think you're a ghost. You even made me jump for a second. My apologies. Visibility is a problem here, so I would like to install some more effective lighting. But Ilya is not fond of bright lights, and I find myself do not dislike the darkness, so... At any rate, greetings everyone. Thank you for coming all this way. I am Shinobu, the fortune teller. I know what brings you here. I have prepared tea for us to share, so make yourselves at home and let us sit down and talk. This girl seems pretty young, but she has a pretty real atmosphere around her. About her. So she's the fortune teller who might have the same ability as that man? There's something about her that's almost otherworldly. Or, to be honest, she seems a little creepy somehow. Way to go, Brat. You've done well. To think you bring such a fine specimen yet again. You love to please me, don't you? No, that's not the case at all. Young lady with a botanist bosom. What's your name? Care to join me for lunch? There's a really nice little cafe, I know. That skull just spoke. Are you ventriloquist or something? My apologies. This skull is possessed by the spirit of my late father, so it does speak sometimes. Father, you shouldn't come on so strongly when you meet girls for the first time. First impressions are important. Whether it's a horror movie or romance, that's the golden rule. You just wait, Shinobu. I'll find a new mother for you in no time. You're more than enough for me, Father. I've made more friends lately too, so it's not like I'm lonely. At any rate, I suppose it's a little too noisy right now, so for us to sit down and enjoy our tea. I'm so sorry. It looks like Ilya and Miyako are having another of their fights. With them going out like this, it will be difficult to hold a civil conversation. Legion, could I ask you to go and calm them down? I think a word from you might be just what they need to come to their senses. Episode 6. A petulant ghost and a... Okay. You are the worstest. No forgiving for you, ever. Anyone who eats Miyako's pudding gets boiled in the boiling fire pot of hell. Will you calm down, you fool of a spirit? Enough of your tantrums. You're going to shake my castle right to the ground. Shaky, shaky, just like pudding. Every bite so wobbly and melty. The sweetness swims through my whole mouth. Or would if Ilya didn't steal it. That's why Miyako is mad right now. What did you have for pudding? I am no half-grown whelp. As a lady of high class, I consume only the finest delicacies. You're making fun of pudding now? Pudding is every king, queen, and princess's favoriteest. Classiest, treatiest treat. Of all the things to get angry about, you choose that? Have you not heard the news of late that monsters have been intruding upon my scene abode? Likely they are to blame for the vanishment of your sugary morsels. Nobody blame on monsters. Ilya is a sneaky sneak, always eating pudding when when nobody is looking. If the monster steals pudding, that's Ilya's fault too for not guarding the castle. And all Ilya's fault, stealing all Miyako's treats. You are mistaken. I am not guilty of these crimes. Huh. What's all this? Ah, Legion, your timing is impeccable. Prithvi, could have stopped Miyako's outburst. She is such a stubborn fool. She will not listen to a word I say. Looks like, there's a pair of little girls having a fight. They are quite the unusual pair, I must say. One appears to one appears to be somehow floating in the air, while the other exudes a most mysterious aura. Whatever should we do, my lord? I gather you are acquainted with these young misses? Miyako's dead, so she could be older than what we know. Ilya is about 300 years old, so... Whatever the reason for the argument, I feel like we should stop them before the castle really does collapse. Why is all this happening anyway? I don't really feel any magic being used, but everything in the room is flying around like crazy. Stay alert, everyone. We don't want anyone getting hurt. It is called the poltergeist effect, an ability possessed only by particularly powerful spirits. I believe it is also known as house rattling in this region. Originally, the term referred to the sudden creaking noises made by old buildings that have been fallen into disrepair. But as you can see, the influences of actual restless spirits can give rise to the same phenomenon. Let's not stand around analyzing it. Miyako, calm down, please. If it's pudding you want, I'll buy you some later. Miyako wants pudding now, but Miss Fancy Pants lady doesn't get it at all. Oh dear, there really is no reasoning with her, is there? Oh, here's the thought. Legion, could you be a sweetie and give Ilya a big, cold cuddle for me? Alright. Okay. What are you doing? Hey, stop that! It's not your place to touch me so casually, Legion. Ah. I have restored to my true form. Power courses through my body. It really does seem that touching you, Legion, somehow triggers this change. A perplexing phenomenon, I can scarce fathom it myself. It's got to be the power of love, don't you think? If it was, that would be a incredible twist. Oh, her appearance totally changed. And suddenly, I feel a massive magical signature from her. What's going on? Just who is this girl? It is a little difficult to explain, but Ilya has a somewhat unique body. So Ilya, if you're back to your full powered self, you should be able to overpower Miyako, right? See, the thing is, we've got some talking to do, so you can handle this yourself, right? Well, yes, but if I use my full strength, I fear I may damage the fabric of Miyako's soul. That would hardly be right. She has done nothing to deserve such treatment. As always, you are most kind. What shall we do then? The matter we are aware about this because actually concerns you as well, Ilya, so if possible, it would be helpful if you could attend. Though I'm painful to say this, maybe it's perhaps it would be best to subdue Miyako's consciousness for the time being. I am used to dealing with spirits. A simple sealing charm would be quite within my abilities. Does that exactly qualify as solving the issue? Though I suppose, while Miyako is incapacitated, I could flit into town and purchase some of her beloved pudding. I'm not sure if I get what's going on, but if you have the ingredients, I could whip up some pudding myself. Huh? You can? Make pudding? It's actually quite simple. Well, it depends on how well equipped the kitchen is, but I've made some pudding at home plenty of times. It's so creamy and delicious, it really tastes like home, you know? Yes, this lady gets it. The taste of pudding is the taste of love. Actually, wait. I saw you before one time at a dessert shop I visit lots. Don't tell me you're a dessert making person. We found us a pudding pro. Okay, dokie. If tasting pudding is an offer, no reason for being mad anymore. Are you really truly gonna make pudding for Miyako though? Sure thing. It shouldn't be too hard. I'll make some for everyone else too. It'll be perfect accompaniment for our little tea time chat. No. I'm gonna eat all the pudding. Well. Miyako's pudding tantrums are the stuff of legends, yet you seem to have come from that right town. Who exactly might you be, young lady? I feel certain I've seen you somewhere before, but I fear my memory fails me again. Wait, aging is a terrible thing. Episode 7. Fortune-telling and true foresight. Munchy. This is so yummy. You win Miyako's pudding award. 11 to 100 points. Next lady, you can make Miyako's personal pudding maker. Oh, that's quite the honor. It's really all thanks to the ingredients though. You have such an immaculate fresh milk and eggs. But of course, we have good relations with the local farm in this day and age, and we can hardly live by our own means alone. Though I hear said farm is in a spot of trouble of late due to damage from recent magical explosion. By purchasing their wares in large quantities, I hope to contribute to their recovery efforts at least a little. Hang on. It's just me, or have you checked back down inside? All of these sudden changes in age, how does that even work? It is a little bit difficult to explain. In fact, you could say that investigating that mystery is one of our guild's primary objectives. In short, there is much in this world that has yet to be explained. I see. It does seem like all your guild members have one or two mysterious issues of their own. It's so intriguing, but I suppose that's not what we're here to talk about. Nice lady, put more pudding, please. No pudding is ever enough pudding. Coming up? It seems a bit late to be saying this, but how come you can eat if you're a ghost? Normally, I'd have thought it would just fall right through you and go splat on the floor. Ah, yes. You haven't hit upon another... Okay, well, tongue twisters here and there, I can't talk. It seems that when Miyako eats pudding, she can intentionally take physical form. She switches between the physical and spiritual planes at will. To be frank, she's... Oh god. She's an incredibly unique case, so we don't really understand the logic behind it. Truly, there is no end to the oddities that surround us. That is precisely why we are in the perfect position to deal with abnormal occurrences in the world at large. You could go as far as to call us specialists, in which that cannot be explained, so please share your concerns. Well, that's reassuring. With everything that's happening to us, it's been tough in trying to keep it all up. I can't talk! Up with it all! If you guys are willing to help us out, I feel like we might finally be able to strike back. I made lots of other treats besides pudding, so everyone feel free to dig in. I'll be taking the cookies out of the oven in a minute, so get those mouths watering. Should we really be enjoying ourselves like this though? Did you have something you wanted to discuss? Yes, we did. I fear Miss Pecorine has become highly distracted by her cooking, so allow me to introduce the topic in her place. I believe we already explained the basics when we initially got in contact remotely, yes? You did. I recall you were hoping to inquire about the recent magical disaster. Specifically about the predictions I made before that terrible spell of mass destruction was unleashed. I do not want to get your hopes up, so I will say this right now. While I am indeed a teller of fortunes, I do not possess the gift of true foresight. True foresight is a miracle beyond the realm of mortals. Only a higher being with truly transcendental powers could possibly achieve such a thing. My talents are limited to the telling of simple fortunes, things like it is likely to rain tomorrow, or something regrettable may befall you today. Those kinds of vague and uncertain predictions, little more than intuition. Ah, I see. The future is a vast and unstable thing, bathed in the deepness. I do not have the power to look upon it with clarity. To be frank, I do not believe such a thing is even possible. Oh, I see. But that man, that Yustiana, seemed to be making quite specific predictions. Like predicting an incoming arrow and dodging it effortlessly. I can think of two possible explanations. The first is, as I just stated, the possibility that this Yustiana person is a higher being who can perform true miracles. The other possibility that comes to mind is that they have an extreme power or authority allowing them to twist the future to their liking. What's the difference exactly? Let me illustrate with an example. Say I were to predict that in 5 seconds' time, a sharp implement, say a fork, will stab Legion's hand. In the case that this prediction was a true miracle, this fate would be entirely inevitable, written to destiny. No matter how you may try, it would be impossible to prevent the fork from penetrating Legion's flesh. I would never let such thing come to pass. I would protect and learn from the threats that may fall. So Carl, you can't just do that. You can't just, that's not possible. Brace for incoming forks! Please, my lord, there's no need for thanks. To protect you with all my being is my proud duty. At any rate, no matter how you try to elude your fate, it is entirely futile. That is the nature of destiny. This is what it means to have true foresight. Even if you directed all your efforts towards protecting Legion from harm, the fork would surely appear from somewhere beyond your reach. Some coincidence would conspire to make the prediction a reality. Meanwhile, in the second of my two scenarios, unlike the case of true foresight, the tragedy would not be preordained? However, the person who made the prediction would take steps to ensure its accuracy. Perhaps I might kill you before you could protect Legion, then take a fork in hand and triumphantly stab it into his hand myself. Or perhaps I would bribe you all with money, employ powers of seduction, or use authority to compel you. I will construct a situation in which this fork is certain to find its mark. In both cases, the prediction came true. A future event is identified and it comes to pass. The outcome is the same, but the means of reaching it is different. If this Yusiana individual is truly predicting the future, I cannot say for sure which method is being employed. In the case you mentioned of dodging an incoming arrow in a way that seems effortless, this could simply be the result of extreme physical capabilities allowing them to react to the instant of the arrow's approach. Or perhaps they had bribed the archer in advance, learning ahead of time where and where it would appear. Apparent miracles are quite possible to achieve without the need of true foresight. Speaking personally, absent predictions could render my business obsolete, so I would like to believe in the latter explanation. I was hoping you could tell us some secret behind Yusiana's crazy reactions, but I guess it's not that simple. In the first scenario, there's nothing we really can do, so I guess we should just pray it's the second. Indeed. Except that Yusiana, that name itself concerns me. It might just indicate the former scenario. You may be dealing with someone beyond the realm of humanity who can perform truly miraculous feats. That name means something to you? Yes. Tell me, everyone. Have you ever heard of a group called the Seven Crowns? Episode 8, Mystery of the Seven Crowns. That name sounds strangely familiar somehow. I recognize it too. My lord, have you heard this term before? I see. So when you faced the woman known as Yusiana, it was among the things she said. In fact, she even asked this exact same question we were just present with, whether you had heard of the Seven Crowns before. I see. In that case, there may be more truth to my concerns than what I would like. In this world, it seems there exist 7 superhuman entities able to wield divine miracles approaching the divine. They are the Seven Crowns. 7 people shrouded in mystery. Though I have only heard this from a certain someone who claims to be among their number. To be frank, I still find it difficult to believe that such people could actually exist. Who is this certain someone? Naneka? That is the main topic I wish to discuss. She is the very person who predicted the advent of that spell of mass destruction. My own talents were telling me that danger was on the horizon, but it was she who contacted me to provide a more specific warning. A mysterious individual claims to be one of the 7 crowns. I know not if it is her real name, but she calls herself Naneka. Outwardly, she is no older than me, or perhaps even younger. No more than a sweet young girl. But the way she carries herself, she seems more assured than her appearance would suggest. Almost mythical, wise beyond her years. She runs a kind of research institution not far from here, and we have done business with her in the past. She asked us to gather materials for her, rare plants and minerals, not the strangest of jobs, so usually accepted. In return for our service, she offered us valuable information. It seems she possesses a great deal of knowledge and can perform feats that would normally be impossible. For instance, she can demonstrate and reconstruct her own body, transferring herself into a completely different form. Indeed, she seemed particularly fond of this transformation trick. When she learned of my body's ability to shift its state, she bombarded me with no end of questions. Incidentally, there are ancient documents in this castle that also make mention of these 7 crowns. Oh jeez, I probably murdered your eardrums, but that's fine. They are filled with gaps and I cannot decipher all their contents, but in one such document, I did find the name Naneka listed among the crowns. It was written in a strange and unwieldy hand, but these characters mean twice imitated flower. They do seem to pronounce Naneka. Behold, this is the document of which I speak. Examine it closely. There are other names here I was able to decipher. Akira, Mana, Rajanikis, Christina. By the way, this name Mana in particular apparently refers to Justiana. So again, we only have young Naneka's word for this. Did you say Christina? You don't mean that Christina. You know someone by that name, do you? Of course, it's hardly an unusual name, so I could not say for sure if there really is a connection. Now that you mention it, I think that man might have called Christina one of the 7 crowns. And this Rajanikis, isn't he the man we saw in the weird outfit? I do not know what you are referring to, but at any rate, the one who foretold us this after was not I, but Naneka. So I suspect you'd do better to ask her about it than me. She seemed to be quite the important figure after all. There is only one way to catch her. Reach her laboratory, through a warp gate right here in this castle. That is why I invited you all here. But I'm afraid only Ilya has the same power to activate that gate, so I was hoping to ask for your permission, Ilya. That gate is rather unstable, so I would much rather leave it alone. But if it's for Legion, how can I refuse, especially after he was so kind as to calm me off and down for us? If this is truly necessary, I will gladly open the gate. I will murder you. But if it's for Legion, how can I refuse? Yeah. Must be nice. Why? causing enough problems already.
そうですね。
Necessary, huh? I do feel like getting in touch with this Nayaka is our best shot at learning what we need to know. Thank you for your helpful advice, everyone. Think nothing of it. All of us owe Legion this much at the very least. Besides which, I sense that you all have a great mission to fulfill. That you stand at the very center of a great vortex of fate. Your path may prove to be of great importance to each and every person in this world. So if we can help you in any way, it would be an honor. We cannot allow any more tragedies to occur. When I heard what happened to the farm, I was filled with regret. If only I had shared my knowledge of the future. If only I had given them better warning. That can scarcely be called your responsibility. Still, that said, it would indeed be best to avoid more tragedy. Peace and joy are better for this world. World than sorrow and suffering. That sure is the conclusion I reached in my many, many years. Is something the matter, Kokoro? You're looking a bit paler than usual. No. I am quite alright. Do not worry. Whatever could this mean, among the names in that document, the name of this house, one is all too familiar. This is the name of the elder, the name of my very own father. It is far from a common name, so I cannot see how this could be a mere coincidence. Come to think of it, if the name listed here really is the same woman who attacked Kaon, I recall she had a strange reaction when she saw me. Could it be related possibly that my father is one of the 7 crowns? There were concerning elements in the wisdom Lady Ema bestowed upon me in the temple as well. What is this feeling? Somehow my whole body feels unsettled. What brings this on, my lord? Please do not caress my head so suddenly. There is no need for concern. I am quite alright. I think perhaps I am still a little tired out, that is all. Still, rest at ease. I am always ready to protect you. I will do whatever it takes to keep you safe from harm. Even if in the days ahead, some terrible truth is waiting to confront me. The days I spent together with you, my lord, the warmth and respect I feel by your side, nothing can take these. Can we just hurry up? I don't want to deal with this now. The bond we share won't just disappear. Isn't that right, my lord? Shit. Episode 9, A Troubled Meeting. I think it's 9. Oh, Saren. Lunch is ready. Go ahead and eat as much as you like. Shut up. It's my turn to cook today. This recipe is from my homeland. I hope it suits your fancy. I'm not a fan of this better stuff. Catherine, can you eat it for me? I think you can appreciate the gourmet flavor. You can be such a child. This is quite the delicacy. It might be pretty popular if you sold it at your family's bar. Oh, if you ever want the recipe, just ask. I'm not much for bitter or spicy foods. Sweet snacks are more my style. It's always so lively here at the Kaon Guild House, isn't it? It makes me happy to see you're all doing well. Oh yes, our lot ain't the type to dwell on past troubles for too long. You sure about that? Even the marks of the nightmare attack are still lying around in here and there. No one got all scared and decided to quit or not or anything, and as you can see, we fixed up the guild house pretty good. For the moment, that's the end of that. Back to our old peaceful life. You keep saying that, Princess, but I'm still not happy about letting this slide. There's never just getting dirt all over our home. Our Christian herself somehow went missing out from prison too. Something doesn't sit right with me about all of this. Without somewhere to direct this anger, it feels like I want to explode from distress. I get that, sure, but we can't just go around picking fights with folk like Nightmare. It took a lot of negotiation to settle this whole conflict without any violence. You gotta settle yourself down and swallow your pride a little for me. The last thing we want is for anyone else. I'm blanking out. I know, don't worry, Princess. I'm not gonna go berserk or anything. Actually, you should show remorse, Makoto. You were the original trigger, you know? If you hadn't acted carelessly, none of this would have happened. You couldn't be expected to foresee the whole conspiracy, but you could try to think a little more before you act. Ah, shut up. My specialty's fighting, not thinking. Sorry to suddenly change the subject, but I was wondering why our guildmaster meeting is being held at the Priconne Guildhouse this time. I went to the guildhouse we normally use, but they told me to come here, so I wasn't sure what to think. Not that I don't appreciate the generous offer of free meal. Thing is, it sounds like Nightmare couldn't make it today. You know how busy things have been for them lately. So since it's just gonna be the two of us, not much point of having a full meeting, right? At first I thought I might call the whole thing off. But you know, since you already made the trip all the way here, I figured I at least should invite you over for dinner. And there's a topic aside from Christina's attack on Karen that we can talk over on our own. So I figured we could have a nice, cozy chat over lunch. Oh, you mean like the whole shadow business? How's all that going? You asked Kasumi to investigate, didn't you? Has she had any luck? I hate to sound like a hopeless detective, but I've hardly been able to uncover anything so far. The only thing is, ever since that spell of mass destruction was released a few days ago, we've hardly had any shadow settings at all. Up until then, there were at least a few every day, but lately, it seems they haven't been appearing anywhere. Nobody knows why, it's all rather perplexing. Oh? If they've suddenly gone extinct and never shown up again, that will be good news. But it's a little unsettling not to know the reason. That timing matches perfectly, so I'm fairly sure it has something to do with that terrible spell. But I can't say anything beyond that. Sorry, I couldn't be of more help. That's alright. I'm sure you gathered all the information you could, Kasumi. The children are still scared, so I'd like to clear up what the shadows are actually up, or as soon as we can, if possible. But looking back now, we were lucky that the mass destruction spell didn't cause any more damage in the end. The fun's recovery is going well, and the magical disturbances have started to settle down too. Indeed. People are already moving on from the initial panic and confusion caused by the interference with communication magic. For the moment, it feels as if a semblance of peace has returned. But we can't let our guard down. The terror, darkness, the seeds of conflict, they're always lurking from vessel on the surface. Yes, indeed. Peace is but a fleeting illusion, a brief respite between the flames of one war and the next. Octo. Why, you got some serious nerve showing your face here. Really? What's so wrong with my face? Sorry though, Makoto. I hear you had a pretty tough time. A small one in my defense. I'm a victim too, you know. Christina just used me as a handy pawn. Don't move a muscle, you dirty rat. I'll slaughter you. This whole dang mess is your fault. You realize just how much trouble you cause for everyone? Whoa, doggy, calm down a little, would you? You're much cuter when you smile, you know? Yeah, that's not gonna work on her. By the way, I'm actually a member of Nightmare. Wait, what? Damn, okay. I'm technically from a noble family after all, so I'm entitled to take up a position in the palace. To be more specific, I'm filling in for Christina, who was imprisoned then, and then went missing, which makes me the new vice captain of the Nightmare Guild. What? Huh? If you draw your blade against me, you're basically picking a fight with a throne. So let's try not to do anything hasty, shall we? Dummy Octo is the vice captain of Nightmare? But why you... What the hell are you plotting this time? I never plot anything. All I want is to recover my stolen treasure. I'll take advantage of monarchs or even gods to reclaim that which is mine. By the way, right now, I'm here as a representative of our noble captain, who's too busy to join you today. Honestly though, could you not suddenly change the meeting place? I have to search all over town. The captain of Nightmare June herself is an upstanding sort, I know. But I don't think I can trust you so easy, not after the way you took advantage of our Makoto. That's her for falling for it. Or so I say if she wasn't eyeing my throat. Listen, I'm in a tricky position myself. A little less open hostility would be nice right now. For starters, would you mind if I join you for lunch? Come on, try to be friendly. At the very least, I don't plan on trying to make enemies out of you right now. What is with me talking right now? I can't talk. Episode 10. The Hidden Laboratory. Well then, I shall activate the teleportation circle. So exciting. Where are we going today? Miyako goes for the drink. Okay, I'm ignoring you. Let's stick to the places that actually exist. Calm yourself a little. There's a good girl. Teleportation is a highly advanced form of magic. It requires the utmost care and concentration. The circle that we are about to use, it was not simple for me to activate even in my prime. If I misjudge the balance even a little, we may be stranded for eternity in the void between dimension. We could dimension hop? Maybe we could dimension hop with it. Then just to be safe, shouldn't you return to your adult form? Oh yes. This is a very adult matter after all. Come on, Legion, throw your arms around Ilya, touch her tenderly. Let's not get too excited, everyone. We wouldn't want to disturb Ilya's concentration. Speaking of which, are you all intending to accompany us? Considering our numbers, the magic circle is barely large enough to accommodate us all. There's nothing in some discomfort. Bit of a squeeze. Exactly. Also, with all of us gathered so closely together, our combined body heat is a little overwhelming. Naneka may not be thrilled to have such a large group suddenly visit, but we're the only ones who have already made her acquaintance. So we'll introduce you in person, if that's alright with you, of course. Naneka is more than a little wary of strangers, so if you weren't to visit alone, she'd probably hide, or worse, make steak infiltrating the mountain and attack. She has such a difficult personality, that girl. Not that I'm exactly one to talk. And a little more gently. Go, go, Power Rangers! This is what I'm imagining right now. Like, I'm just saying, like... Are you sure you're not a Power Ranger? Like, with that whole or am I thinking of Sailor Moon? Whatever. Is there really no way for me to achieve this form besides getting touchy-feely with you? I find myself becoming awkwardly flustered each time. No fair. Why couldn't I have a chance? Why couldn't I have a character quirk like not being able to breathe unless I... You'd be dead before I meet you then. Character quirk? You should really be a bit more careful with the opposite sex. You're such a wallflower, sis. Legion is the most oblivious guy, so you need to be more daring if you want to win his affection. But why would I want that? Well, look, the magic circle's going. Indeed, the spell is ready. Our destination is Nanaka's hidden laboratory. Yes? The laboratory itself is defended by all manner of magical protections. We cannot teleport there directly, so we will have to make do with the location nearby. Sounds good to me. Hey, isn't this all super exciting? Let us keep our wits about us. We are about to come face to face with one of the mysterious 7 crowns after all. My lord, please try not to stray too far from my side. Priconne, now I will commence the activation. Zingala? In the air. Be careful with landing. This isn't the time to get injured. Shinobu, won't you crushed by those bundles of buoyant? You gotta slide right? Really now, father. Fulfilling your desires might cause you to pass on to it. Wait, what? Directly in. What a chaotic contour. Ilya landed perfectly fine. Naka floated down. Shinobu landed on her butt. I landed on Yori. Akari and Pekarine both landed on me, and Kokoro landed on top of us. Miyako, are you alright? You are a ghost after all, and thus more susceptible to magic. Unlike the living with bodies of flesh, you are fully exposed to magical energies. Was your spirit form unharmed by the teleportation process? Oh, I'm okay. Miyako's a strong girl. I ate up a lot of pudding just now, so I'm full of happy power. What about you? You're all little and tiny again. You can't fight beasties like that, so Miyako will protect you. The teleportation spell consumed most of my magical energy. I feel drained through to the core. For the moment, it seems we all arrived safely at the least. Yep. Looks like we need to pull through. Nice going, everyone. That's a relief. So, is this the lab where this Naka person does her research? To be precise, there are the underground rooms nearby. One must follow a specific path from this point to reach Naka's laboratory itself. Her laboratory is likewise located below ground. Above lies an impenetrable mountain range, so few find their way here. Particularly with all the monsters that call this place home. Sounds like some pretty impressive security. But why would
ルネコさん
Naneka
とやらは
want to live so
どうして
far
そん
from
な
the
人里離れた
civilization, then
山
go
奥
as
の
far to hide
さら
herself
に地
below
下なんか
ground?
に隠れ潜んでいるんでしょう。もし
Could
か
it
して
be
重大な
Shiva's?
禁忌を犯
I
した
don't
犯
think
罪
that's
者
the
とか
case.
で、だからこそ公権力の手が及ば
I
な
don't
い
think that's
秘
the
密の隠れ家で
case.
研究をしているとか。
I don't think that's the case. If Kaiser, we all know it's Kaiser. We don't need to lie. We all know it's Kaiser. If Kaiser wants to get rid of everyone that stood against him or her, whatever stupid genders, then Kaiser would be best equipped to take out Naneka as well, right?
かもし
It's
れま
quite
せん。
possible. I'm afraid I don't know the details. In our guild, we all have things we prefer to hide as well, so we have an unspoken agreement not to ask too many
お
questions.
互いの素性などについては聞かないのが暗黙の了解でした。
So you're like an underworld community. It's quite nice, quite an honor to be allowed into your shadowy society then. We never have found this place on our own. Episode 11, Sweeten Strike. Oh, guys, be quiet. Quiet you down for a minute. Miyako thinks something funny is hiding near here.
変な気配がするような気がするの。
Yes,
はい、
I can
なんだ
sense
か
a worrying
嫌な感じが
sort
し
of
ますね。
presence. I hear footsteps nearby. Is somebody approaching from our
何者
location?
かがこ
Our
ちらに
location?
近づいて
This
魔
magical
力を感
signature.
じる。
I think our unwanted visitors
接近し
must
て
be
くるには
monsters.
魔物じゃな。おそらくは。ネネカは研究所を防
Nineka
衛するた
stations
めに
monsters of her
自
own
分で作
creation
った魔
around this
物だと各所に
entire
配置
area
して
as
おる
an
からな。
extra defense mechanism.
わ
She
らわ
must
た
have
ちと
detected
いう
our
侵入者に
unexpected
気づ
arrival
い
and
て
sent her
そ
minions
んな
to
魔
dispose
物
of
を
the
けしかけ
intruders.
てきたので大抵
Irritatingly
問
enough,
答無用で襲って
it
く
has
る
always
か
been
ら
her
な。
style to
い
attack
ちい
first
ち
and ask
対処
questions
する
later.
必要がある。前衛は任せて。
I'll take the front lines. I'll help out
他に
too.
もお任せ。
You seem pretty used to this. Do you get
毎回
attacked
研
every time
究
you
所を
come and
訪れ
visit
るた
this
びに
lab?
襲われてるんですか？しかし今
Just now, did
自
she
分
say
で作
something
った
about
魔
monsters
物
for
って言
her
いま
own
したよ
creation?
ね。
Can people
魔物って
really
作れ
create
るんで
monsters?
しょうか？
Maybe
言
it's
葉
just
の
been
あやですか
metaphor.
ね。
My lord,
主様、
please position yourself behind
私
me
の
as
後ろ
always
に
I
お
will
下がり
protect
く
you.
ださい。
Thanks for always doing this.
いえ、
Oh no, no
お
need
礼
for
など。
thanks.
ハルジペコリー
In
ヌ
this
様
direct ring,
そ
fighting
の武
with
装
that
で戦うと
equipment drains your
消耗
energy
が激しい
greatly,
ので
yes?
しょう。
Let's handle this
ここは
that
任せ
may
て
so that
体
you
力
may
を温存
conserve
してく
your
ださいま
stamina.
し。
Well, it is a bit
ま
cramped
あ
down
通
here.
路
It
は
might be
狭いで
difficult
す
for all
し
of us to fight at
この
once,
人
so I'll
数
stay
だ
out
と
of the
お互
way.
いが邪魔になっちゃうのでみ
If
ん
I
な
see you
が
guys
ピン
in
チにな
trouble,
ったら
I'll help
迷
leap
わ
in
ず
to
飛び
help
出し
though.
ますけどね。
I sure
そ
hope
んなに
you will not
ホ
fall
イホイ
into
元
crisis
気に
so
はなり
easily.
ません。
Hmm?
もも
Are those
あれ
things
は
really monsters? Their forms are likely nothing I have ever seen before.
見たことのない聞く。
Yes,
はい。
these are a
この
highly
研
unusual
究所
breed
の
of
周囲
monsters
でのみ
seen
目
only
撃
around
さ
this
れる
laboratory.
不可人工
Created
的
by
に
artificial
作られ
means and used for research.
研究
Most
されてい
notably,
る
their
魔
bodies
物
are formed from the
複
marks
数の魔
of
物を合
monsters.
成したような見た目が。
Hang on, wasn't
そん
someone
な
talking
魔
about
物の
monsters
話を
like that
どこ
before?
かで聞いたような。
Right? We
牧
heard
場
about
でみ
them
んな
at
が
Lizard
そんな
Park.
話をして
Could
ま
those
したね。
strange monsters spotted near the
牧場
farm
の周り
have
で
been
目撃
runaways
され
that
た奇
escaped
妙
from
な
this
魔物
laboratory?
は研究所。
Naneka is a very meticulous
Naneka-san
person,
は
so I find it
神経質なので、
hard to imagine she would allow her
子
monsters
飼
to
いにして
escape
い
so
る魔
easily.
物には
But
な
there
ん
is
だか
something
少し
odd about this.
引
The
っかか
monster
ります。
population here seems greater than usual
い
too.
つもよ
And
り
what's
しかも
more,
な
they've
んだ
been
か
acting in an uncoordinated
無秩序
manner.
な
It
動
looks
き
like
を
they
し
are
ていま
biting
す
and
ね。
scratching one another, almost as
互いに危
though
惧や
they
罪を
resorted to
かけ合ったりし
cannibalism.
ているような。
I can't stand grotesque stuff like that. Come on now, sis, don't look away. Even the creepiest things can be cute if you look at them with love in your heart.
愛があれば可愛く見えてくるからだ。
Animation? Yep.
何
What's
の
that supposed?
話
Yeah,
よ。
what is that supposed? Oh my god.
気づかれた。
You're glitching.
武器を振り回さないね。お姉ちゃん、危ないから。わらわたちは援護しよう。ミルコ。はいなの。
They're really
魔物さん
glitching.
たち、なんだかみんな苦しそうなの。
Yeah.
後方からも魔物出現。私が対処します。
あなたは真ん中にいてください。
あなたは女の子たちに守られていいご身分ですね。でもなぜかあなたが一緒にいると胸の奥からパワーが湧いてくる。はい、それが主様の特性です。味方をパワーアップさせる。構成された魔物はかなり強いようですが、主様の補佐があれば難なく突破できるでしょう。申し訳ありませんが押しております。あんた道わかんないでしょ。私たちが先導するからついてきて。豪快に暴れるお姉ちゃんが取り逃した魔物を私が始末しちゃう。双子のコンビプレイを堪能してね。
Remember, we need not exterminate the beast entirely. Let us merely carve a path through their range. This entire tunnel is filled with the pests. Fighting every last one would take us all day. With my magic reserves empty, I feel horribly powerless in situations like this. Let's take it easy, dude. What are you eating? Miyako, did you bring your half-eaten pudding to the field of sap? Oh my god. A little more caution would be nice. Our guild isn't exactly specialized in heavy combat, so we don't want to draw this out. Let's head for our destination as quickly as we can, while avoiding any injuries. Hey you, creepy monsters, you better not lay a single claw on my daughter. Settle down, father. This is a chaotic battle. If we go too wild with our attack, we might end up hitting one another. No matter how many monsters we defeat, more appear to replace them. At this rate, we may never make any headway. Miyako, was it? I need you to give me some of that pudding. Huh? No ways. This is Miyako's pudding. Are you serious? We're all about to die. You're not gonna give us the pudding? I'll make mountains of it for you later, so please. You promise, okay? Breaking promises with ghosts is very scary. I'll haunt your bed and mutter evil pudding thief every night. Okay, so just a little bite. Here, say ah. That's the energy boost I needed. Everyone, get behind me for a moment. I'm gonna let loose and break through their ranks. Here I go. Episode 12, Critical Juncture. One way or another, we made it through that swarm of monsters. They were tough. I'm totally famished right now. What was up with that swarm? It seemed a bit over the top for a simple strike team sent to fend off a few intruders. Is everyone unharmed? If there were any injuries, please let me know. I will perform some basic healing. Are you okay? Yes. Thanks to everyone's efforts, I am fine. Our allies defeated the majority of the monsters before they even reached me. They made my job surprisingly easy. I am not confident in my stamina, so the prospect of a lengthy battle worried me. But thankfully, the mad crisis was averted in the end. Nevertheless, the struggle is rather chaotic, so I am concerned about our allies' condition. Is everyone unhurt? Everyone's okie dokie. All full of energies, being alive is wonderful. But you're a ghost and you're dead. We're not hurt ourselves, but our weapons are pretty worn out. We should avoid much more fighting. Let's do what we came here for and get out. I've got some sharpening stones. Let's do a bit of weapons servicing. Servicing sounds a bit dirty, though. It's good to see everyone's okay. So this Naneka, is she around here somewhere? This area looks the same as all the rest to me. Yes. Just around that next corner. There's a button hidden behind an ordinary looking rock. Pressing it reveals the entryway to the laboratory. There are no signs of markings to go by, but I have a good memory for these things. Everyone, halt your advance. Something doesn't seem right here. Take a look. We have yet to press the button, yet the entryway is already open. And do you all feel that ominous rumbling sensation? Yes. It's not quite like the monster's footsteps. What could be making it? Yumi? What? Someone just came rushing out of the laboratory entrance? Ooh, that sneaky looking outfit. Could it be a bandit hunting treasure in the ruins? Hold on. Might you be Miss Yumi? Huh? You guys, why are you here? I may ask you the same thing. We were worried about you, Miss Yumi. I hear you were seen at the site of the spell of mass destruction that was unleashed a few days ago. It's a relief to see that you're alive and well. It seems you have some kind of affinity for large explosions. If I can help, I'd rather not run into quite so many explosions. But as I guess fate has other plans, annoyingly enough. Wait, this is no time to be chatting. I don't know what you guys are doing in this place, but you gotta run. This whole place is about... This whole lab is about to blow. Is that what that rumbling is? What? You get another explosion? What exactly is going on? We came here to find a girl by the name of Naneka. Tiana, so you made it out here too. Oh, that's good news. From the looks of things, I guess basically everyone at the center of that mess spell must have managed to get away. Tiana. Hold on, what do you know my real name? Oh, that's just what Christina was calling me. Christina? Last I heard she burned our present. Oh, jeez, enough yammering! We need to get out of here, and quick! Can't you feel the ground shaking? That's the lab's main reactor going into overdrive. Soon it'll reach the critical point and trigger a massive blast. There won't be anything left of this lab. We're talking an explosion on the same level as that spell of mass destruction, or worse. No way. After we went to all the trouble to get here, now we have to run straight back without even meeting that person we came here for? Can't meet anyone if you're dead. As long as you're alive, it'll work out somehow. Besides, there's no point in looking for Naneka here. It looks like she's already been kidnapped. Before either of our groups got here, this place was assaulted by an army from the palace. Naneka's a powerful being herself, but it looks like this attack was too much for her, even for her. The soldiers caused a lot of damage in the process, so Naneka's bug monsters got unleashed from the storage. Bug monsters... Yeah. It's Misaki... Oh, crap. Did I skip something? Oh, crap! It's Misaki's Princess Knight power that creates them. He confused multiple monsters together. When he does, it causes weird bugs, and they end up as freaky-looking beasts that shouldn't exist. Misaki? Oh, that's a name I recognize. He's like an assistant or a bodyguard of Naneka's. I've met him a few times before. He's a rather lively man. Only barely of age, I say. Did he make it out of here already? You said Naneka was captured by a royal army that attacked the lab. What exactly happened in this place? No point asking me. We thought Naneka was likely to be the next target, so we came here to save her. But when we got here, we were already too late. And as for Misaki, it looks like Naneka managed to get him out of here. He was looking pretty beaten up, but we found him just now and got him to safety. So if you got questions, you can ask him. Now, can we hurry up and run already? Naneka could have seen an idea
自
of
分
anyone
の研
stealing
究
her
が誰
research,
か
so
に奪われることを嫌がって
set the place
研究
up.
所に自爆機能をつけてた
So she set this place up
今
to
まさに起動
self-destruct.
してるって
It
わけ
looks like that feature's been activated.
神経質なネ
You
ネカ
should
の
know
仕掛け
Naneka
が
never
自爆機能
half-asses
だからな
anything.
本
Once
当
this
に
place
研
starts
究所
going
は
up, I'm
書
sure
類の
there
一
won't
枚
be
も
a
残らないぐら
shred
いの
of
勢いで消滅し
research
ちゃうぞ
left.
巻
So
き
let's
込まれ
get
た
out of
くな
here
し
before the same
さ
thing
っさと
happens
撤
to
退
us.
しよ
We love you, but
言われても
the teleportation
私たちがここ
the
に来るために
teleportation
利用
circle
した
we
天魔
originally
法陣
used
は
to get here
か
is
な
a
り
long
離
way
れた
back
位
to
置
the
にありま
tunnel.
す
Even if we
ダッ
dash
シュ
at
で
full
避難して
speed,
も
the explosion
マ
might
ック
reach
ス
us
スピードま
first.
でにたどり着け
Guess I gotta no choice. You lot come with
私
me.
たちと一緒に来いラジラ
I'd
ジは
rush
一度に
to
数
only
人ずつし
transport
か
a few
運べ
people
ない
at
け
a
ど
time.
頑
But we'll
張っ
just
て
have
往
to make
復
a
して
bunch
も
of
らおう
trips. That'll
そ
still
の
be
方が
faster
多
than
分
heading all the way
お前
back
ら
to
に
your
使った
smash
っていう
circle.
私
And
も
of course, if
あいつの
that's
そんな能力
if the
空間
if
跳躍
ah,
こ
it's
の
the
場所
ability
に
of
来たし
his spatial leap that got me here in the first place. Where's Rod? Oh, will that be the guy called Red?
あの大量破壊
Hectory, now is not the time. We're gonna die. Who was left? No. There's no time to stand around explaining. Just follow me. I know this is a bit all a bit rushed and confusing, but getting out of here alive comes first. So run! You're not gonna learn any answers if you're dead, you know. Oh crap. Oh crap. Oh crap. Now is not the time to make these comments.
変な言い方しないの
A little further, our meet
も
up
うす
point
ぐ
should
ラジ
be
ラジとの
right
合流ポイント
around.
にいたラジラジ急いで脱出するぞ
Wait one moment. You should know I cannot
こんなに
transport
大
this
勢
many.
を跳躍させるのは不可能です。
いいから飛べ
Episode 13, Labyrinth of Hope.
いや
My
ー、
gratitude
誠に
knows no
片
bounds.
付けない
Thank you
助かった
kindly. Today of all this,
今
I
回
found
ま
my
くれば
life may
さ
truly
す
be
がの
forfeit.
私も生きた心地がしなかったよ
I swear to repay this debt someday, but right now I have
た
more
だ今
pressing
は
matters to attend
下
to.
級の要件
Hold it, hold it. Where do you think you're
ど
going?
こへ行くん
Your
だ
injuries are worse
お
than
前
they
は見
look.
た目よ
You
り
need to
重
get
傷だ
some
から
rest
な
and treatment.
まずは怪我の手当て
We
に
got
は
a medical
私が厄
facility
介
you
に
can
なっ
use
てる
at the
ラ
labyrinth
ビリン
place
スの
where
拠点
I'm
に
staying at.
治療施設
Kind though your offer is, I cannot waste
そんな余裕は
another
ない
second. My mistress
ネネカ
Naneka
様が
has
さ
been
らわれた
kidnapped.
のだ
Rescuing her must
私は他の何
take
を押しの
priority
けてで
above
も
all else.
救出に向
As
か
a
うそ
knight,
れが
that is my sworn
あの
duty and
方の
obligation.
騎士としての
Nay,
私の責務
nay, by destiny. Then you better hurry up and get treatment, or you won't make it 20 steps before you collapse. Settle down a minute, would you?
してろってばもう
I see a number of
見慣れない顔がち
unfamiliar
らほらい
faces.
る
Who
な
might you be? No, as a gentleman, I should offer my name first. I
ま
am
ずは
known as
私から名
Masaki,
乗ろう
as a noble and devoted knight in service to the esteemed Mistress
高
Naneka
潔に
of
し
the
て
Seven
真面目
Crowns.
な騎士
This fellow is certainly full of energy. In some ways, he reminds me
どことなく
a little of Miss
ペコリー
Thackeray.
ヌ様と同じ匂い
I'm not that much of a
私
clown,
こん
am
な
I?
スチャラかな感じですか
Everyone quiet down a
少
moment.
し静かに
Yes. We just detected an
爆発が観
explosion.
測されました
Just as, your name was Mumi, yes? Just as Mumi
ムー
said,
ミさんでした
the
か
underground rooms seem to have
彼
collapsed
女の言う
entirely.
通りに
If
あの
we
場に
stayed
いた
any
ら
longer, we would have been in
本当に私たち
terrible
も危
danger.
険で
It's
し
a
たね
good thing we managed to escape
どう
when
にか
we did.
無事に脱出できたよ
I gotta say, talk about bad timing. What were you doing down there
なんだってあんな場所に
anyway?
いたわけ
Well,
Hi.
due to certain circumstances, Legion and companions were hoping to get in
皆
touch
さ
with
ん
the
とネネ
NECA.
カさんも引き合
Our
私たちはネネ
I
カさ
mean,
んと
our
交
guild
流があり
has
ましたの
had
で
dealings with NECA in the
取り継い
past,
だ
so we
わけ
were
ですね。
planning to introduce them.
うん
You girls will
君た
always
ち
have
は
been an
相変わらず
entertaining
面
bunch.
白お
Very
かしい
good,
感
very
じだ
good.
な
I could say the same as you, but what madness
しかし、
transpired down there? I heard
何があった
NECA
ん
was
じゃい？
kidnapped.
ネネカがさらわれたというが
But that young lady operates on a higher level. I cannot imagine her being
そう
taken
たや
captive
す
so
く誘
easily.
拐などされる
But of course,
もちろんだ
Mistress
とも。
Naneka hardly ever leaves
ネ
the
ネカ様
porches
は
of her
鉄
lab,
壁の
of
守り
her
を固めた研
laboratory,
究所
and
に
she
引きこ
possesses
もって
great
いた
power
し
in her
ご
own
本
right.
人も強大な当
And
然
naturally, I was there to
私も
defend
護
her.
衛していたし
However,
な
when faced with hundreds and thousands of
数
soldiers,
百も数千も
even
軍
we
隊を
were
投入され
powerless
て
to
は
resist.
さすがに
Mistress
ネネカ様には
Naneka
変
has
身能力があ
the
る
power of transformation. It's
姿を変え
possible
て
that
追
she
っ手の
slipped
目を
away
避
from
け
the, her
逃
captors
げ延び
and
ている可能
is
性もある
concealing
が
herself in a different form.
不意打ちで攻撃魔法を
But there was an
打ち込まれてな
spell that caught
大
her
怪我を負ってい
unawares.
たので、
She seemed
安否が
grievously
気遣われ
injured. I fear for her safety.
は
But my noble mistress
けれど
Mineka,
ネネカ様は
even in the
そんな
mad
状況で
moment
も
of
こ
crisis,
の
she
私を
put
気
my
遣ってく
needs
ださった
above
ん
her
だ。
own. Burdening me as a
変身など
liability
できず、
because I am not
追
capable of
跡をかわ
transferring
して
myself
逃げ
to
る
evade
方
our
法のない
attacker's
私
pursuit.
は足
She
でも
drew
自
our
分が
pursuer's
敵の目を
attention
引き
to
つけてい
herself
るう
while
ちに
shouting at me to get
どこへ
lost
で
in
も
the
失せろ
coldest of
な
icy
どと
tones.
冷たく言ったのだ。
But I saw the
だ
truth.
がしか
This
し
was Mistress
それは
Mineka's
ネ
way
ネ
of
カ様の
showing
分かり
her
づらい
kindness.
優しさの発露。我が
Even
身を
at the
犠
cost
牲
of
に
her
し
own
てでも
life, she
せめて
strove
私
to
だけで
deliver
も
this
生き延びて
faith.
ほし
The
いという
goodness in her art
願い
was
に
shown
他なら
through.
ない。
So I hid
私は
myself in the shadow of
暴
the
走を始めた
overheating
魔
of her
力のそば
reactor,
に身を
and
潜め、
as the
こ
flames
の身をじりじり
seared
と
my
炙られ
skin,
な
I
がら
swore
も
a
誓
solemn
ったの
oath.
だ。必
No
ず
matter what
あのお優しく愛
perils
おしい
may
ネネカ
befall
様
me,
を
I would rescue
命に
Mistress
変えても
Mineka
救出
from
する
the
と。
fierce captors.
というこ
And
と
that,
で、
you see, is
こ
why I
んな
cannot
ところ
waste a
で時間
moment
を無駄
in
に
these
してはいられな
empty
い。
fields. You saved my life, and for that I will show my
命を救われたことには感謝する
eternal
し、
gratitude, but at
恩
this
には
moment
報
I
いる
must
主義だ
depart.
が、今はとにかく失礼する。ネネ
It
カ
was
様
an
を捕らえ
army
た。
of royal soldiers that
王宮の
captured
軍隊
Mistress Mineka, so I'm
とりあえず
mean to storm that
王
palace
宮
and
に
recover
突
her
入
by
して
force.
大暴れして
I
あの方
I
を
feel
奪
just
還
like
す
a
る。
knight on a quest to rescue his
まるで
princess.
囚われの姫を助けに向かう騎士
So
の
yeah, that's
物
not
語。
gonna work out for you. I'm just gonna say that right now. Calm yourself, please. Reckless action will only
軽
lead you
率
to
に
an
行動して
early
も
death.
無駄死にするだけ
A
です。
few days ago,
私は
I
先
infiltrated the
日
palace
空
myself,
間
and
跳
they
躍
have
で
increased
侵
their
入した
security
せ
in
いで
response. Try
今
to
王
invade
宮
the
に
palace
侵入
now,
して
and
も
you will be
数
captured
秒
in
もせ
seconds.
ずに
Worst
衛兵に捕らえ
case,
られま
you
す。
may be executed on the
最
spot.
悪。あま
Probably
り
the
理
most
性的
reasonable
な判
course
断
of
とは言え
action.
ませ
You
ん。
could consider your
まずは
options more
心を
carefully.
平静にすべきで。
ん
And who might you be?
君
You have a
は
most
なんだい
unusual aura, strangely
不思議な
reminiscent
気
of
配
my
を感
mistress
じるね。
herself. That's Raj
ラジラ
Raj.
ジだ。
He's the one who saved
お
you
前ら
with
を
his
空
spatial
間
leap.
跳躍で
So
救
let's
ったの
see
は
some
こい
gratitude.
つだから感謝するように。
Raj Raj's
ラジラジの
spatial
空
leap
間
can't
跳躍
transport
に
too
は
many people,
人
so
数
it's just
制
me
限
and
があ
him
るから
here right now.
今は
But
安
Christina
全
and
な場
Daigo
所
are
に
also nearby,
大悟や
along
ク
with
リスティーナ
Labrisa,
そ
or
れに
rather
ラビリスタ
Akira. Any of those
アキ
names
ラも
ring a
い
bell
る
for you,
そ
Masaki?
の辺の名前に聞き覚えはあるかまさき。
ん申し
My
訳ない。
apologies.
人の顔や名前を覚えるのは得意なのだ
I
けど
usually have
ね。
a talent for recalling names and faces, but to be frank, I do not even recall
私は
meeting
君
you
が
before, my
何者
dear
なのか
charming
もわ
young
からない
lady.
よ。チャーミングなお嬢さん。
I see.
そうか。
So you've
お
forgotten
前
everything
も
else
全部
too.
忘れちゃってるんだな。
I was
ネネカ
hoping
なら
that the
あの
meticulous
用意周到な策士
strategist
なら
Minaka might have
世界
anticipated
の
the
再
world's
構
rage
築を予
and
期して
taken measures
対
against
策を
it,
してたかもし
so
れな
that
いし
she of all people might still
あい
remember
つは何
something.
かを覚えてるかもって期待してたんだけど
But since she's not here, who can say for sure? Our enemy is always 2 steps ahead.
後手後手に回ってる感じだ
Well,
い
whatever.
や
For the
と
moment,
りあえず
no point in
こんな
standing
ところ
around
で
chatting
立ち
it
話
out
をして
here.
ても仕方ない
We've got a
近所に
labyrinth hideout
ラビリ
not
ス
too
の
far
拠
from
点の
here,
一つ
so
があるから
let's head there to
まずは
regroup.
そこまで移動して休む朝
Misaki,
日も一
that
緒に来
includes
い
you.
お前
Wei
た
Jin,
ち
what
は
about you guys?
どうする
After what just happened, we
私
find
たちは
ourselves unsure where to
なん
turn.
だかい
There
ろい
is
ろ
much
気に
that
な
we
ること
still
も
need
ご
to
ざいますか
clarify.
ら
So we would
ご迷
like to
惑
join
で
you
なけれ
if
ば
it's not too
同
much
席
trouble.
させ
You
てく
may
だ
have
さい
you may
あな
be
たた
able
ちには
to answer
い
some
ろ
of
いろ
our
聞きたい
questions.
こともございますし
I'm gonna phone on this.
だそうで
Exa
す
excellent. Somehow it feels as though you never question my judgment.
私の意見を否定しません
I would not
たま
mind
に
if you
は
asserted yourself a little more on
もっと自己主張していただ
occasion.
いて
My
構い
greatest
ませ
wish
ん
is
か
to
ら
fill
ね
my
私
fulfill your own wishes, my
主
lord.
様が何を望もうとそれに
Okay, I've been
Okay.
hoping for a chance
こ
to
っ
talk
ちもお
things
前らとは
over with
いっぺ
properly
ん
with you
腰を
guys
落ち
too.
着けて話し
Well
た
then
くじゃ
follow
つ
me,
いてこ
right
い
this way.
こっちだこっち
Let's see if
みんなで
we
一緒にこ
let's
の
see
ク
if
ソふざ
together
け
we
た
can
状
burst
況
our
を
way
打ち
out
砕
of
く
this great
三
big
段を
mess of a
立てよう
situation. 80? Yep.
冒険したいんです Everyday だから ンセスコネクトリダイブ第8章すれ違う思い。もう一度君とつながる物語。こんな時にあの人がいてくれたらな。
Interlude 8. Oh. Hello there, Legion. I wasn't expecting you to appear before I even summoned you here. It looks like you fell asleep from sheer exhaustion.
どうも疲れて眠っちゃったみたいね。
I suppose you went through quite the ordeal this time. Before you lost your memories, you used to explore dungeons without a care, but doing the same thing in the real world is a different story. Struggling across uneven ground through dirt and rocks, fighting with monsters, navigating a maze of tunnels, and then having to turn to flee in an exploding laboratory. Not the kind of day you wish on a friend. At any rate, you used up all your energy, and now you're asleep and dreaming. While you're snoozing out there, it looks like that Raj fellow is carrying you along. By the way, you're now on your way to the hideout of that secret society labyrinth. There's much for you to learn there. There are guilds devoted to investigating the world's mysteries, though I'm not sure how much they've actually covered. But meeting with them and sharing information will surely be a valuable experience for you. However, you should hurry. There isn't some comic book for children. Our enemy isn't going to just wait around for us forever. Well, she'll use everything at her disposal to crush you once and for all. I'm afraid that means there's probably a rather sad scenario in your near future. But don't give up. Try to at least stay strong, okay? If you lose heart, that really will be the end. Just do your best. I can't do anything but cheer you on, but remember, I'm always on your side. And what's more, I'm not the only ally you've got. There's the people who helped you out today. Shinobu and the rest of Diablos, plus a whole lot of more who will be there for you when you need them. The bonds you formed with others will be your salvation. Those connections are your greatest weapon. So try not to forget that you're never alone in this world. Of course, not everyone you meet will be so pure at heart as to gladly do whatever you ask them. Everyone is just trying to live their own lives after all. Particularly the 7 crowns and those surrounding them, it's likely their interests will align with your own. So to be totally honest, I was pretty concerned when I saw you heading off to meet Naneka. The 7 crowns are all key players, the heroes of their own story. Each of them is in a similar position to your own. That's exactly why in the previous life that you've been currently forgotten, you found yourself embroiled in a fierce conflict with them. However, nothing's stopping you from forging bonds with your former enemies. In fact, just like in your past life, doing so is exactly how you become this world's hero and savior. It's because of that nature of yours that you, Sienna, who seeks to become a lonely ruler, or rather a god, won't be able to defeat you in the end. This world has been reshaped and reformed by earnest prayers twisted out of shape. But I believe that the pure feelings you retain, your still untwisted heart, will be able to overcome it all. And that is the end of chapter 7. Holy crap. A lot of lore dropped. Kokoro's father is probably a member of the 7 Crowns. We nearly died to another explosion. It's been great. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys did, please make sure to like, comment down below, subscribe, and hit that bell icon right next to the so you get notified on every video I make. And yeah, I was Princess Connect Read Dive Chapter 7. Chapter 8, I'll be recording very soon. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video, like the video, and see ya!